Hello and welcome to another adventure of Bricks in the Wild. Brickologist Carl coming to you from the Lego Den. And our topic today is going to be discolored Lego pieces. I see many posts on brick sites about how do I safely restore Lego pieces to their original color. As you see, I have some here. I got these in a bulk buy. And some are newer bricks. If you've seen in my videos, you can tell if it's a newer brick or an older brick. More than likely these ones here are from classic series from the 70s or 80s, where these have a much more shine. So the question is how do I get these bricks to look like these bricks? And what causes that to happen? Many factors. One, sunlight. UV light will cause your bricks to start to discolor and not have their shine. It's a chemical reaction. If you put it, you think it looks good to have your Lego set sitting in the window, direct exposure to ultraviolet light, it will fade them. So, how do we restore these? I've seen where there's a chemical spray that you can get on Facebook. I don't know much about that, but what I'm going to discuss is a method that I consider safe. It does not harm Lego pieces, and it also is good for pieces that have print on it. Stickers are a different thing. We don't want to do Lego pieces that have stickers on them. But if they do have print on it, they will not be damaged. Okay, so you can see we have the blue, and you can see this has kind of got like an off blue. Oh, one thing is, if you haven't watched my previous video about dirty Legos, please watch that one first, because you need to make sure for this process that the Legos have to be clean. Okay, so we have some blue here, and as you can see, that's quite a difference. Here's one that really stands out, is white. See, it gets kind of a yellowish, off-white, really big difference, dingy white. And here's your bluish gray. You can see that it kind of, dulls it down a little bit. Here's some more pieces. So you can see quite a difference in ones that have, I don't want to say damaged, but discolored. Here's some bluish gray. Turn that around. So you can see kind of shinier, brighter, but these ones are dull. And also, not just with that, but here's a piece. I don't know if you can see that, but you can see a line on there that this was on a built set, and that section was probably covered. Let's just say it was probably covered like this, and was left out in the sun. And then somebody disassembled it, and there's the true color right there. It's like a dark blue, but look, it's kind of got like greenish blue. So this applies to most of the colors, but these are the most common ones. It can happen to red, blue, yellow. I don't see too much. Your grays, white, like I said, red, maybe even green. So, how to restore these pieces? Now, this is a technique that I've used, and it's up to you if you want to try it. I mean, it's your own Lego bricks. I don't guarantee it, but it's worked for me. I've used it for the past year, and it seems to work. And I'll get to that later on. So, what I use is this product here, and it's hydrogen peroxide. I get this at Walmart. You can get it at grocery store. You can get it at your pharmacy. 98 cents, I believe I paid for this, and I bought like 6 of these. And this is actually, if you look at the top, it's hydrogen peroxide, and it's 3%. And I don't dilute this when I use it. I use the full bottle. Okay, so hydrogen peroxide is what I use. And what this does is, when you use this with a combination of ultraviolet light, which will cause them to change to a duller color, this will, with the combination of UV light, will restore it back to its original color. Okay, so hydrogen peroxide, that's what I use, nothing else. So what I do is I get this clear tub. Make sure it's clear so that the ultraviolet light can get around all sides of it. And this one I got at Walmart, and it's perfect size because, look, it is the exact same size as your base plates. Fits perfectly in there. Once again, make sure your pieces are clean, because if it's dirty, then you might get discolor. You might get where it's lighter or darker where the dirt was at. So make sure, first priority is you go to my first video on dirty Lego, make sure they're clean. Make sure they're dry. Okay? So what you do is you have your base plate, or if you're just going to do pieces. Now, you know as well as I do that when Lego Lego pieces gets in water or a liquid, it floats. So the best way to do this is you pour the liquid. I'm not going to do it in my Lego room. I'm not pouring because you want to make sure that you use safety with it. Wear plastic gloves and some safety glasses for splash. Wear some dirty, dingy clothes, because you don't want to get peroxide on your shirt and you'll ruin it. That's where you get tie-dye from. So I would probably get a glass and put it on there, clear glass that's heavy enough so that when you pour the liquid in here, that it won't float. And also what you're going to get is you're going to get bubbles. It's going to look like Sprite. You're going to get little bubbles on there. What it is the bubbles is a chemical reaction with the UV light, and it shows that it's working. And when you pour the hydrogen peroxide in there, you do it in direct sunlight, or you can do it indirect sunlight, as long as it's sunny outside. It means it could be cloudy, you're still going to get the ultraviolet light. Just like if you go outside and you get in the sun, you can get sunburned even though the direct sun is not on you, but in clouds. Same thing with ultraviolet light. It will penetrate through the clouds and get to your pieces of Lego. So you would put the base plate down in there, and you can mix all different colors. It's not going to matter. You know, throw them all in here, just as long as they stay covered with the peroxide. So your best bet is to put all your pieces in here. Make sure they have lots of space. You know, don't bunch them up. Pour your hydrogen peroxide in here and start tapping them. Start flipping them over, get the bubbles off of them, you know, that will get trapped underneath. You want to constantly keep checking on them. I'd say about every 15 minutes go out and check. Make sure it's somewhere where the dogs can't get it. You don't want them drinking the hydrogen peroxide, or any small children. You want to keep it up above to be safe. And tap. Just tap. Like I said, make sure you have gloves on, and just tap, and the bubbles will come off. I mean that. And so 3 to 5 hours is what I do. I go out and check and I see how they look, and you will notice a difference. If you're not sure, take one of the pieces that is in good shape, good color, take it out there and compare it. I've done this with classic Lego and printed pieces. So 3 to 5 hours. Once you think that the color looks good, you're going to reuse. You can reuse the hydrogen peroxide. So make sure you have a funnel. So take all the pieces, scoop them out, and use the strainer, as I showed. Use a salad strainer. Make sure it doesn't leak, and then rinse them with some water. Get all the hydrogen peroxide off of that. Put them in a towel and let them dry. But you got to make sure that you rinse the hydrogen peroxide from the inside and out. Okay? Make sure you get them all. Make sure you get all the hydrogen peroxide out. Rinse it off real good. Put them in a towel and use the same method I do with dirty Legos. Is you towel them, let them dry for a day, and you should see a great result with your Lego pieces. That's what I've used, and I have got great results. Let me move this out of the way and I'll show you. And this is just research from, online information. Like I said, test a small section and see how it works. Just get a few bricks and just try it one day and see how it is. Don't put your whole expensive Lego set in there, just try a couple blocks. Like here. And this has got some red, some white, and some blue. And this is from a bulk buy that I got. And you can do clear pieces too. It will make them a little brighter. The white pieces here. That's one set that I had. And also you might recognize this one. Is from Plastic Space. And I did all the yellow pieces, the clear yellow, trans clear pieces, the gray. So this is, from the late 70s, and it was dingy. It was, it looked like that. It was kind of dirty. Like I said, I cleaned them first. Made sure I got all the dirt and grime off of it, and then I just, because I'm separating by color, that's what I did. I did blue, but like I said, you can mix them up. It's not the color is not going to fade into the hydrogen peroxide. Once you get all the pieces out and you rinse them off, the hydrogen peroxide that's in the little tub, get yourself a funnel, pour it back into the bottle. I would say you probably use it 3 to 4 times. It eventually will dilute, but what's going to happen is every time you do a set, your amount in each bottle is going to go down because you're rinsing some of it away on the bricks. Okay? So hydrogen peroxide, 3%. You can get it at your local grocery store or pharmacy. Okay? Easy to come by. And it's environmentally safe, so if it goes down a drain, you're not going to get in trouble for it. Just, take care, recycle it if you can. So, once again, I did these like a year ago, and look, they're still, it needs a little dusting, but you can see the blue is just as good as that blue. Look, and it doesn't do anything to the print on it. It doesn't dissolve it. It doesn't make it fade. Even the little astronauts. Here's a white one that I did. I took all the pieces off, took their helmet. Take all the pieces apart. And get all the inside there. Make sure he's all clean. So take them all apart, and look how white he is. Look how white that brick is. This is a brick that was probably 5 years old or whatever. But look at the spaceman. Look how white he is. That's from the 1970s. Okay? So if that shows you. You can restore Lego with what I feel is a proven method. Do it at your own risk. It is your Lego sets. But as you can see here, it's worked for me. Okay? You got any questions or comments? Please leave them below. I will be glad to answer them. If there's a certain question about the peroxide, or how any questions that I didn't cover on that, or if you had something that maybe I didn't cover properly, leave me a message down there. I will reply to you. I'll get back with you. But as you can see, restored from the 1970s and ready to go. Restore Classic. Okay, so that will be our video on restoring Lego bricks to their original color. Okay, that over there. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have, then please hit the like on there, give me a thumbs up for doing a good job with this information. Please share this video if you feel that it will help you out or somebody else out that has this question. Please leave your comments or questions down at the bottom and I will get back to you on that. And if you haven't, please subscribe. I really look forward to seeing the numbers increase. So, restoring Lego pieces to their original color. Okay, well, this is Brickologist Carl coming to you from the Lego Den with another informative episode. And I hope to be doing a couple more of these to get your Legos back to collector's quality, pristine condition, as they were when you got them first out of the box. Okay. Saving Lego from the past is saving Lego for the future. Brickologist Carl, signing off. And until next time, thank you.